This is part 2, where we're going to stretch the dough, fold the dough for like 20 to 40 seconds and let the dough rest for a few minutes, 20 minutes to 40 minutes. And we do that 5 times. So basically our working time is going to be 3 minutes, but the resting time, it can be to 4 to 5 hours. So let me show you how it's done. After weighing all the flours using a digital scale and also weighing the water and weighing the salt also, we mix the dark flour. I'm using here spelt flour. You can use any other dark flour with all-purpose white flour. I'm mixing both of them using a whisk, and then I'm going to put a little bit of water on the salt. I'm using sea salt. You can use kosher salt, of course. And the next step is mixing the starter with the water, and then mixing everything in a KitchenAid bowl. This bread has 70% of hydration. That means for every 100 gram of flour, we have 70 gram of water. So we're mixing everything in this bowl. Then we're going to add the flour, and we're going to mix all of it using my KitchenAid mixer, using a flat beater for just 30 to 40 seconds. We're just mixing all these ingredients until we don't see any dry ingredients. We don't want to knead this dough. You can do the same thing using your own hand. After mixing all of these ingredients, we're going to stretch the side of the bowl using a dough scraper, and we're just going to fold the dough over itself. We don't want to knead it. Then we're going to cover it with a kitchen towel and let it rest at room temperature between 20 to 40 minutes. After half an hour, the dough is completely rested. We add the salt, and we're going to stretch it, pulling the dough from the side, and we fold it over itself. And we do that again between 20 to 40 seconds, because we really want to be gentle with the dough. Like we said, there is no knead in here. We're just folding the dough. And I am going to change to a larger bowl, and it's a glass bowl, just for the sake of the video, so you can see what's going on. Then after that, I'm going to cover the bowl with a lid. I have a fitted lid, and we're going to let it rest between, again, 20 minutes to 40 minutes. And you can see the volume of the dough starts increasing. The dough is more flexible. Since the dough can be sometimes sticky, I always keep a small bowl with water where I dip my hand, and I keep stretching and folding, no more than 40 seconds. And this phase is called bulk fermentation. And I'm going to leave the dough at room temperature between, again, 20 minutes and 40 minutes. This is the second time I'm doing this. And I'm going to keep doing that again and again for 4 to 5 times. And the dough is going to be more flexible. It has a beautiful texture. It's silky, and it's easy to work with. After the last stretching and folding and resting, which is basically going to last for 4 to 5 hours, we put the dough on your kitchen counter. Mine, I put it on a silicone liner. You put a lot of flour on it generously, because the dough is very sticky. So at this moment, we're going to split the dough in 2 portions. I'm splitting mine in a small portion, a third, and the other one 2/3, because I'm going to bake 1 big loaf of bread and 1 small one. So you just try to make it like a ball. You shape it like a ball, and then you take a kitchen towel and flour it very well. because like I said, the dough is very sticky. Even if it doesn't look sticky, you make sure you put enough flour. And then we're going to place the dough in a deep bowl, and we want to make sure that the bowl has something where like a lid. Mine has a fitted lid, because we don't want the dough to dry out once we put it in the refrigerator. With the second portion of the dough, this time we're going to shape it into an oval shape, rectangle shape. So I'm going to use a rectangle loaf pan. Make sure you flour the dough generously, because it will stick if you don't. And we use a small kitchen towel. The smaller the better. Normally we use the kitchen towel so it doesn't stick to the pan. This pan does not have a lid, so we're going to use a plastic bag, just a regular plastic bag, so we can close it. And we don't want any air to get in the dough, because it will dry out once we put it in the refrigerator, and we're going to keep it there between 1 day to 5 days. Don't skip this step, because the cold fermentation will promote good flavor.